Well, today this is kind of a different recording style that I usually do. Usually I just hop right into race replay, but this is kind of like an intro. Thanks to PewDiePie for giving me this idea. Well, he didn't really give it. I just saw one of his videos and saw how he did his videos, and this looked extremely cool. I like this camera view. I knew it was going to be useful sometime, and here we are. So today I want to give you guys a little bit of context. So this is, if you don't know, this is SRT's league that I'm racing right now. It's very new. I think it was made a few weeks ago. So there's only like 4 people racing in this race today, but it was so fun. In terms of strategy, you're gonna see, I think it was like 3 different types of strategies, maybe even 4. But it was really fun to do. So yeah, this is a new league for me. This was my debut race for the league, and as you're gonna see, it went pretty well. So I'll let you guys watch the video now. So here's the start of the race. It was a false start check. I think this was one of the first false check starts I've done. Let me just do this real quick. There we go. So one of the first false check starts I've done. I did get a good good start to the race, but you know what? My pace wasn't looking good either. Really, this was just a test race. So this is a touring car championship, so basically you make your own car. I chose the Toyota Supra because it looks cool, and as you can see, it's kind of good on fuel. I'll see. But yeah, very good on fuel. So the person behind me, you can see, I think he's running in a 89 Corvette, I believe. So his car is really old compared to ours. And I think what you're going to see, what he said was, I'm going to do no stops. And when I heard that, I was like, what? He's going to try to do no stops? Because I thought it was impossible. But then I realized, like, if you fuel save a lot and tire save a lot, you might make it to that. You might. In SRTs in my leagues, it's not illegal. So it's not illegal to not stop once in a race. So really, I think we had a good plan here, and we'll see how it goes. So these guys in front, I believe this is Redline, my teammate in my league in SRT. Basically both of them, their pace is way better than mine. But what they don't know is I'm setting up a pretty good strategy. So these guys are planning to do a 2-stop, and when I heard that, I was like, maybe I could do something different here. And what I was gonna do was a 1-stop. Now, during this time, right now, I'm fuel saving to like 3, to try to get my remaining fuel to like 15. And it was not too hard. It was not really hard. I just need to get to 15, and I would be good for the race. I would just have to kind of conserve my tires, because I knew that tire wear was going to be really bad, as you can see. Let me display all here. You see here, like, I was very slow in some corners. Laguna Seca was a horrible track for me. If you saw my race highlights video from, I think it was 2 weekends ago, from ITCC, I had a horrible race. I basically finished last on track. This race, as you see, it went well. So, skip you guys to when kind of pit strategy starts. So I just cut the video out, so as you can see here, I actually make a little bit of a mistake. I went on the throttle way too early. Well, actually, I don't think it was a throttle issue. I think it was just oversteer, because you get a lot of oversteer. Just watch this. Okay, watch my steering inputs. It's on the bottom of the screen, right above my speed here. Look at how much oversteer I get. You get a lot of that. Yup, there you go. I overcorrected way too much. I learned my lesson. Luckily, I didn't hit that huge sausage curve, or else it would have been worse. But I did a really good job of saving it. So that was really good. Sorry for cutting it out. I just realized that I made a mistake there. So I'll skip you guys to when pit strategy starts. 3 laps later, I see I'm kind of closing on Redline here. He made quite a few mistakes. And also his tire and fuel status was really poor. As you can see, he goes in the grass, probably due to oversteering. He goes into 3rd place here. I go in 2nd, and I'm like, alright, I think we have the pace. He was he was complaining about tire wear, so I was like, okay, well, we might gain some seconds. And right before pit strategy, I mean when pit window opened, I knew that I was gaining on him. So I wasn't gaining on SRT, I was just gaining on Redline. So, and Redline has a nickname of Canvas. I don't know how you change it to nicknames to just PSN usernames, but yeah, we'll most likely skip to pit strategy. I really want to point this out before Redline pits. Look at his tire wear. It is horrible. Look at how the rear is just barely struggling, and then the fronts are absolutely just poor. And then look at my tire wear. It's consistent. You always want that. You want that consistency. Right now, SRT is kind of the same story. He has a little bit more wear on his rears, but Canvas and SRT were absolutely struggling on pace, and now I see why. This is my first time ever seeing them on their tire wear. So really, I was amazed. I was really amazed at what this tire. Also, fuel looks pretty poor. He's barely making it to that. I think he actually pits this time by, and I'm on halfway fuel, so I was just chilling. This penalty got in the way a bit, but really, I knew that I could make it maybe 5 more laps, but what I didn't know was that my front right was really going to be a pain. It was really starting to wear out more than my front left, and it was, oh, I'll tell you that. I'll tell you, it was pretty bad. So, I think SRT, yeah, his tires are dead, basically. I think he pits here, and if you haven't heard already, Orb Support is going for no pit stop, and you heard that right, he's going for no pit stop, which is pretty unbelievable, as I go past him pretty easily, serve that penalty, not too hard. So I'll skip to you guys, I'll skip to my pit stop. Now, one of the things I realized was basically if you pit, you're behind Orb Support. So what I had to think of was, where am I going to be at when I come out? As you can see, my tires are they're even basically, and that's what you want. You don't want like halfway tire wear on your fronts and then just yeah, it's pretty bad. As I come into the pits, and 15, so I think sadly you can't really see where I'm at on fuel, but I was doing pretty well. I was doing pretty well on fuel. Really, in terms of strategy, I was doing pretty well. Here's SRT. Here's way back here. Now the pits, I think the pits, it's like 1 minute, which that is unbelievable. It's really tiring. So as you see, they put on tires. I think I fuel the tank all the way. Let me skip it a bit here. We don't have to wait that long. As you can see, SRT goes by in the final corner. I expected that. Of course, he was going to pass me. Orb Support also goes past me. Oh, and I don't know, that was a very slow wreck. What the? That was very slow off there. So, and then Canvas, I think I might be able to get, I get in front of him. So I was wondering, like, why is Redline this slow? And I think it had to do with him making mistakes, or just, let's see his tire wear. Yeah, tire wear is looking really inconsistent. You don't want to see that as a racing driver, where you have halfway tire wear on the fronts, but you have no tire wear on your rears. That's really horrible. That really does create some oversteer. And what I was realizing is Orb Support, I'll get past him easily. I was gaining on him half a second each lap. As you can see, I think I catch up to him on the same lap, which is pretty good pace for me. SRT, really in my brain, I knew that SRT had to make a stop. He pitted on lap 11. You can't fuel save, I think, 10 laps. I don't believe so. No. Or 5. No. I don't know. No, I don't think he could have. So, really, Orb Support here. Actually, no, I catch up to him on the next lap. Let's skip to that. I want to see that. As you can see, catching up to him. You know what was going on inside my brain is I'm gonna get past this guy so easily. I was getting half a second, of course. He's conserving. Look at his tires. He's halfway down on field. That is really good. In this space, he can just push it, I think. So, look at me. Of course, I'm not going to make a move into the corkscrew. I was kind of thinking about it, but I was like, I'm not risking my race like that. Even though I had nothing to lose. As you can see, I give him a bit of a bump here. Just to get him out of the way, I guess. Well, bump and run, of course. And then, what I did, look at that. I didn't know he was going to go on the inside there. As you can see, a bit of almost a crossover. Then I think he's going to go in the pits. And then I go around the outside of him. And then moves done. He takes a little bit too much curve. Almost pit maneuvers me while he's at it. But let's review that once again. That was really cool to watch. So, let's go through this. So right here, I catched up to him. I think I bumped him a little bit in the corkscrew, coming into the corkscrew. And here, I was like, why is he taking that corner like that? Like, he's just gonna get past so easily here. So what I'm thinking is I can pass him on the inside here, since he's gonna be so slow. But look at this. You see me, I'm committed to the inside line here. But he's going on the inside. So I'm like, what? What is he doing? Oh, that's exactly what I said on the radio. I was like, what is he doing? We're talking to each other, so we're just joking around. It's a real fun time. I would definitely suggest joining SRT's league. It's a lot of fun. He just goes on the inside, and then I'm like, okay, he's not moving. He's not moving out of the way. And I go to the left. I almost make the crossover, but as you can see, I get a little bit of oversteer there. And I try to go. Now at this moment, I'm like, is he gonna pit finally? Is he gonna pit now? But he's not. He's actually gonna go to the left side, and then I make it around the outside, of course. I have newer tires, and away he goes, and away I go. So really, that could have been disastrous. But luckily, I knew what he was doing at like the last second. I was able to get past him. It was a lot of fun with that. That would, I think, be the last time I would ever see him. So, yeah. So, like I said before, I knew SRT had a pit. So I was like, you know, I just have to make no mistakes. I was really good. If you've watched, like, all my videos, you know that in terms of mistakes, I don't really make mistakes. Except if we talk about last round for ITCC at the same track, where I was horrible. So, I'll see if you guys to win kind of SRT. The tire wear, horrible. That's uneven. I don't like seeing that. As you can see, it was a bit cloudy, and I was like, wait, can it rain at American tracks now? Did they update that? And it was dark, and it was sunshine. And then you can see, always on his in lap in this race, he always would go off the track in this corner as he goes into the pits. I think him going off track was like, he was probably like, okay, this is enough. I've gone off the track so many times, and I was catching up to him. As you can see, I'm almost to the final corner. It's going to take him like 1 minute. The long pit stops definitely benefit me in terms of this strategy. And really, I knew that SRT was probably going to file behind Orb, but what I didn't know here is this is going to be very important to watch him. As you can see, once again, that tire wear is horrible. As you can see, there goes Orb around the final corner. And then Redline was actually not too far behind support. And what I didn't know, SRT is now fueling. So what I was so confused about was, how is Canvas going to be in front of SRT when I pit, he was behind me. So I was like, what the heck is going on here? And then here's SRT, he pits, and what I realized is Canvas is making it to that. So really what SRT had to do is pass not one, but two people. and there was no way he was going to catch up to me unless I made a major mistake, or unless my internet quit, which I don't want that to happen again. So yeah, I don't want that happening. Here's where the sad violence starts. So the SRT gives Orb a bit of a bump and run, kind of copied by using it in there. As what I didn't expect, Orb now goes on the inside. I think SRT was like, what the heck is this guy doing? What? I'm on pressure tires in them. And they're side by side here. Orb is basically the Fernando Alonso. Ooh, as they get a bit loose there. You never want to hit each other in these types in GT7 ever. Sure, I was very surprised to see that. As he gets past SRT there. But now, Redline. Now, Redline and Orb at this point, they teamed up, basically. And really, I was hearing this, and I was like, what the heck is going on? This was the most important part of the race, right here. Here's Redline. He's gonna slow, oh my goodness. He's basically doing the same thing Orb is doing, and he spins out. Yup. And SRT was, yeah, no, this was not the end of the story for him. He still had a tire. Okay, so let's evaluate that again. So basically, Redline basically did the same thing that Orb did to me when I passed him. But Redline, look at his tires. Look at his tires. That is horrible. That he was complaining so much, and I don't blame him. Like, him complaining about that, like, you might as well cry about it. Like, complaining is an understatement. That is horrible. I would be absolutely hating myself for that. As you can see, Redline, this might be a penalty here. Like, Redline just moves at the last second. SRT touches a little bit of grass there, and then yeah, basically goes off track. We'll review that once again here. I don't think Redline did nothing wrong. Redline went extremely slow in that section, and I think what SRT tried doing was, I think he thought that Redline was gonna keep that inside line, but Redline moved at the last second. I don't think that's penalty worthy. It might be a warning. So really, just now SRT has to redo his process and just try to pass Orb and Redline again. Now here's when the kind of payback gets in. So SRT behind Orb here. Look at where Orb. Okay, that is very interesting. So basically, SRT pits at the last second. Yeah, that's penalty worthy for sure. Pushing someone off the track. And then basically, SRT gets a little bit of payback there. A bit of a dirty drive there, but really, I don't know what Orb was trying to do there. Orb just, I think that might have been SRT's fault. I don't want to really review it, but this is Orb's fault all the way. Holy smokes. And then, really, that would have been a penalty for SRT and Orb, but really, now Redline must be like, this guy's a hitman, so what should I do to him once he catches up to me? So we'll see what happens when he catches up. So here's SRT here with around 4 laps to go. You can see SRT is catching up a lot, as Redline's tires are basically red, completely red. SRT gets a little bit loose. A very aggressive driving by Redline there. He's just trying to keep it on track here. As they almost make a contact, they're very close. A little bit of lag there. Ooh, very close there. As Redline, with the oldest tires in the world, basically just got switched back by the league owner. So really, that's basically the end of the race for most people. Orb, I think, passes. I think Redline actually runs out of fuel and gets past Orb. But yeah, just that was basically the end of race there. I think I had a 40-second lap. I mean, a 40-second difference at the time. It's really just awesome race for me. You can see that my tires are just gone, basically. So, see you guys at the finish. See, it's final lap, final few corners. As I don't think anyone knows how much this means to me. I don't think I've won a league race in 5 months, almost half a year. Ever since I left that SF19 league, I've never won. GT3s, I've been so unlucky. I've just always finished third, and I finally win. I didn't have the pace today, but I definitely had strategy, and I was really good at strategy. I think I'm definitely getting in the hand of GT7. In terms of mistakes, I didn't make really. I only made one mistake today. So, really good job on my part. SOT battling his hardest there. He gets second. But really, I think the last time I won, if you want to go check out the video, I think it was FF19 at Mount Panorama, I believe, was the last one I ever got on sim racing. Like league, like an official race on an official league. Now after this, I'll show you guys my reaction to this, because I was hyped. I was really happy about this. Really, I didn't have the pace, of course, but I know Redline ran out of fuel. Let me see this. Yeah, look at it. He is out of fuel. He has a 1.5 second time penalty. His tires are basically dead. You can hear it in his motor that it's dead. Or never pitted. Look at how close he was to running out of fuel. And look at his tire status. That's unbelievable for a guy like him. So, I mean, like, unbelievable for anyone. He made it possible. But yeah, really, I finally won it. I never expected to win a league race. No, there's only 4 people in here, but it means a lot. Especially, big thanks to SRT for hosting it, hosting this race. Now, this is just the beginning for his league. I know he's going to improve a lot. I was basically at the same place with ITCC 2. I think it was actually the NRA GT Challenge or something like that. It's really, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. That was really fun making it. Now, after this clip, I'll just have my live reaction to it. Luckily, I got that in. And if you didn't know, basically story time. I am recovering from my leg injury. Basically, I'm in a brace right now. I'm in physical therapy, so everything's going well. As you can see, my foot is doing fine. I, of course, can go on the accelerator and stuff. I was playing on wheel today, so I hope you guys have a good day. Don't break your leg out there. But yeah, I hope you guys have a great day. Or night. I think I'm gonna release this tomorrow morning, because it is like 9 o'clock. As you can hear, my dogs want to go to bed. So I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.
I want to see how quick it is on lean, because lean kind of decreases your
yes.
Well, lean and mixture, not richer. So
let's go. Haven't
I should be able to use lean, and it's
let's go. That's first place.
Well
nice.
done.
Wow, thank you. It's been a while. I haven't won in like 5 months. So yeah, feels good. Let's go, and you all got beaten by crippled as well. Woo! I've completed my.
Win because you beat me because I wasn't paying attention to my car.
Yeah, probably that too.
I just want you to know that I'm fuel dumping right now.
I know.
Yeah.
Basically, I started talking to my grandmother, and I lost